Melody, Shari, and Martell Holt has reached a whole new level. The former love and marriage Huntsville couple is once again making headlines. And this time, it's not just about their messy breakup. Melody has officially exposed Martell's secret late-night calls and his shocking courtroom meltdown that had everyone talking. The internet can't stop buzzing, and fans are calling this the most explosive moment of the season. Buckle up, because what's coming next is pure chaos. Let's take a step back and remember how it all began. Melody and Martell were once the show's golden couple, successful, glamorous, and totally in love. They had the businesses, the fame, the family, everything looked perfect from the outside. But behind closed doors, things were far from ideal. Martell's cheating scandal broke everything apart, leaving Melody heartbroken yet determined to move forward. She focused on rebuilding her life, raising her kids, and reclaiming her peace. For a while, it seemed like both had finally gone their separate ways. But as always, peace and Martell Holt never last long in the same sentence. Recently, Melody dropped a bombshell during an Instagram live session that left fans absolutely stunned. She revealed that Martell has been calling her secretly, not once or twice, but multiple times, often late at night. According to Melody, he pretends the calls are about their children, but she knows better. In her own words, she said, "He'll call saying it's about the kids, but it's really about control. I know the difference." That one statement changed everything. Social media exploded as fans began connecting the dots. Noticing how Martell's emotional Instagram posts often seem directed toward Melody. One day, he's sharing love quotes about family and forgiveness. The next day, he's posting cryptic messages full of anger and frustration. The public quickly concluded one thing: Martell just can't move on. People began flooding comment sections, writing things like, "He lost a queen and now he's losing his mind, and this man's ego won't let him move on." And as always, Melody responded with class and confidence. She posted one line that instantly went viral: "When you tried to disturb my peace, remember, I built it without you." That quote alone turned into a social media anthem. Fans started reposting it with crowns and fire emojis, calling it one of Melody's most iconic clapbacks yet. She didn't need to shout, argue, or throw shade. Her calm strength spoke louder than any rant ever could. But that was just the beginning. Things took a dramatic turn when the two faced each other in court for a custody hearing. According to multiple reports, Martell completely lost his temper during the session. Witnesses said he started yelling, accusing Melody of manipulating the kids, and even tried to argue with the judge. His emotions got the best of him, and it turned into a full-blown courtroom meltdown. Security officers reportedly had to step in to calm him down. And throughout all of it, Melody sat quietly, calm, graceful, and composed. That image of her sitting there unbothered while he fell apart in front of everyone quickly became a symbol of strength for her supporters online. Within hours, social media was flooded with reactions. Hashtags like #MartellMeltdown and #MelodyWins began trending. And people couldn't stop talking about how differently the two handled the situation. Fans described Melody as the definition of elegance under pressure, while Martell was portrayed as a man spiraling out of control. Memes, reaction videos, and commentary clips spread across TikTok and Twitter like wildfire. Everyone had something to say, and almost no one was defending Martell this time. After the meltdown, Martell's PR team tried to do some damage control, claiming he was just emotional about his family. But the damage had already been done. The courtroom incident completely shifted public opinion in Melody's favor. She didn't need a press statement, just one cryptic Instagram story that said, "When you choose peace, chaos exposes itself." That quote went viral instantly. TikToks, remixes, and even merch popped up overnight. It became a slogan for anyone who's ever walked away from a toxic situation and refused to look back. Commentators started analyzing what this drama really meant. Many pointed out that this wasn't just about Melody and Martell. It was about ego, control, and emotional maturity. Melody has evolved into someone who values peace over chaos, while Martell seems stuck in the same cycle of anger and manipulation. Every time he tries to get a reaction, she responds with silence, and that silence drives him crazy. It's a clear picture of what happens when one person grows and the other refuses to. Change rumors began to swirl that the judge wasn't happy about Martell's behavior and might even issue warnings if it continued. Some insiders claimed that his outburst could affect his custody case in the long run. Meanwhile, Melody continued focusing on her kids, her career, and her happiness, completely unbothered by the storm around her. She has become a symbol of strength for women everywhere who have dealt with controlling or toxic exes and managed to rise above it. Fans online are asking the same question. Is Martell still obsessed with Melody? Or is this all an attempt to stay relevant? Because every time his name trends, it's because of something chaotic connected to her. And every time Melody's name trends, it's because she's handling things with class. That's the difference between desperation and dignity, and Melody. It's made it clear which side she stands on. This entire situation has turned into more than just celebrity gossip. It's a real-life example of how peace is power. Melody Shari has shown that you don't have to scream to be heard. Sometimes grace is the loudest response. Martell's attempts to regain control are only exposing his insecurities, while Melody continues to shine brighter than ever. She's thriving, glowing, and setting boundaries, and that's something everyone can respect. So what do you think about all this? Is Martell trying to manipulate Melody through these so-called secret calls? Was his courtroom meltdown just a moment of frustration? Or does it reveal something much deeper? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this spicy breakdown, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe for more celebrity tea, and turn on your notifications so you never miss another update from Love and Marriage, Huntsville. Because with this cast, one thing's for sure, the drama is far from over. After the courtroom chaos, things only got more complicated. Martell started making cryptic posts on social media again. Everything from motivational quotes to emotional rants that fans believe were aimed directly at Melody. One post read, "Some people pretend to be healed just to look strong, but deep down, they're still broken." That line alone sent fans into overdrive. People immediately connected it to Melody, accusing Martell of trying to paint himself as the victim. But Melody didn't respond. Not even a single word. She continued posting positive content about her kids, her business, and self-care. And that silence hurt him more than any clapback could. Meanwhile, the fan base split into two camps. On one side, people defended Melody fiercely, praising her for maintaining her composure and focusing on her peace. On the other side, a small group of Martell supporters argued that he was simply fighting for his family. But as days went by, even some of his defenders began to admit that his behavior was becoming erratic. Screenshots of his messages, public arguments, and deleted posts started surfacing. Everything pointed to one undeniable truth. Martell was spiraling. And Melody was done playing the game. Media outlets picked up the story, and bloggers had a field day. Headlines like "Martell Holt loses control in courtroom." "Showdown" and Melody Shari breaks her silence with classy response spread across entertainment blogs and gossip pages. YouTubers and podcasters began analyzing every detail, every facial expression, and every post. Some commentators even suggested that Martell's actions could be a result of not being able to accept that Melody had moved on. Emotionally and professionally, she's thriving, while he's struggling to rebuild his image. One of the most talked about moments happened a week after the courtroom incident, when Melody appeared at a public event. She looked stunning, confident, and completely unbothered. When reporters tried to ask her about Martell, she simply smiled and said, "I wish everyone peace." That short, elegant reply went viral in minutes. Fans called it the calmest shade of the year. It was proof that she wasn't just talking about peace, she was living it. On the other hand, Martell's behavior kept raising eyebrows. He was spotted at a local event, looking tense and distracted, barely engaging with people. Insiders claimed he's been under stress trying to fix his public image. Some even said he's been reaching out to people from the show, trying to find ways to shift the narrative in his favor. But the audience isn't buying it anymore. The charm that once made him a fan favorite is now being seen as manipulation behind all the gossip and social media drama. There's a deeper message that many fans are noticing: growth versus regression. Melody's journey represents healing, maturity, and transformation, while Martell's actions show what happens when someone refuses to let go of control. This entire saga has become bigger than a TV storyline. It's become a real-life lesson about self-respect and boundaries. In recent interviews, Melody hinted that she's focusing on her future projects, new music, new ventures, and continuing to inspire women who've been through similar situations. She said, "When you start loving yourself for real, you start loving yourself for real,